Red Hood 52?
Sure, why not? Let me just get to a credits page to tell you who's on it, because there's a couple of artists on there, I believe.
Not Lobdell.
Nope. It's Sean Martinborough writing with Tony Akins and Morita on the art, which is pretty uneven. Neither of them are turning in their best work, frankly. And the fact that you've got two artists on the same issue without any like neat separation points or anything like that, it just kind of feels like random pages or this person, back and forth. So that's already pretty rough. I have no idea what these two issues were doing. I don't understand why because it's setting up like a whole thing, but as far as we know, there is no Red Hood book. I think there's a Red Hood story in the Gotham anthology coming up, right? I think that's written by someone we actually like, so maybe we'll try it. But yeah, like that whole last issue was setting up that villain and setting up this this family in the Hill, which is a new area of Gotham that we've never heard of before. And this issue really just continues that. We have a lot more of, Jason, talking with this, the girl he was with last time, Dana, I think her name was, and it makes it very clear explicitly for us, the audience, if we didn't get last time, that she is that rival vigilante. And then we've got a little bit more of the actual family interaction, because we knew about her sister. She was the news anchor on TV, and we knew that their father was a figure in the community that Jason knew. He was friendly with the whole family, it seems, at some point in the past. But he basically goes to the diner that I think the dad owns. That's the impression I got. And they have breakfast together, him and Dinah. But then Denise, which is the sister, comes in as well because she's meeting a source, which is, or going to meet a source, which is part of the other plot line. And there's just a whole lot of family drama between these characters that I'm not, like I said, because it doesn't like really go anywhere by the end of this issue. It's adding a bunch of stuff, and I don't know why. Like I don't know. Well, I don't know if this was written thinking they had more issues. Maybe I don't know, because it doesn't feel like a two-parter. Is kind of what I'm getting at here. And just some weird dialogue here with basically during Joker War, their father got hit by a car of some vigilantes who were chasing a Joker gang, but they hit their dad, and he's lost his leg because of it. He's got like a prosthetic leg now. And one sister, Denise, who's the news anchor, hates all vigilantes now because of it. And Dana puts on a show of hating it. It's like, oh nothing. We have nothing to do with that. I mean, there's like some awareness maybe that she was part of a neighborhood watch group that was involved in some of this vigilantism, and Jason's like, oh, vigilantism, that's a bad thing. You don't want to cross that line. And I'm really confused as to whether or not they know that he's Red Hood, because there's a point later where he comes to her as Red Hood and is talking to her in her outfit, and they go and take out this villain together, and it feels like maybe she knows, and I'm really confused. I don't know. It's very unclear. I think she does, but again, that murkies up all this dialogue early on, so it's just like a mess. But basically, Croc is working with this fashion designer villain. They've got a whole scheme that they're going to do. Red Hood and the other one, they take him down. That's it. That's the issue. Then there's a bit at the end where Jason moves into the apartment at last. That one that he's owned for years. So he starts moving in, and he's like, oh, there's a little present on a table when he turns around, and he turns around and looks at it, and it doesn't show us what's in the box, but it's a housewarming gift from Bruce, who's the final page, the final panel is Jason looking out the window over at Bruce, who's in the batsuit on the opposite rooftop, staring at the window, smiling. I'm like, what is going on? What's happening here? Where has this come from? don't understand any of the context of this. It feels like it's just out of nowhere. It's a strange 2 issues. Pretty rough, very dense, very bad pacing. Really, some quite rough art as well, especially the action sequence in this, where they're like chasing on. It's like a car chase, but you've also got a couple of them jumping on top of the cars and running, leaping between the cars. It looks terrible, frankly. And usually in these issues, the action at least looks okay. The art has been, frankly, the best part of the book for most of the previous 50 issues. So, yeah, I really haven't got much positive to say about this issue. It's kind of a mess. Don't understand why we did it. Give it a 3 out of 10.